There's a break in One Piece. We have 2 weeks to wait until the next chapter. So ever since we got chapter 865, the back and forth debate is this: is Big Mom going to fall in this arc? The short answer to you is no, I don't think so. 1, there's not enough time. 2, we're getting a backstory. Heavy debate if Big Mom falls in this arc. But I'm going to echo the same argument for Wano in a minute. Mom has only just been introduced in this arc. It doesn't make sense for her to be taken down right away. I thought just because of time constraints, that's the way that Oda plays this. But I have to admit, I don't think that's going to be the case, and here's why. Okay, so ever since Zoe, it's been very, very obvious Oda has decided to put all these plot points in different positions. Later on in the story, have them bring it together. Like, you have the 4 road poneglyphs, right? You have the 4 islands, where we know one's on Zoe, because we saw the huge reveal about Raftel, although we have some idea how to get to it, but we still need the other 3 islands. We finally got Brooke copying the road poneglyph on Whole Cake Island, and eventually we're going to find the road poneglyph on Wano under possession of Kaido. Robin's going there to discover that. We don't know what's going to happen on Wano, but we do know Wano is happening at the end of the year. We're literally at the doorstep to the end of the Whole Cake Island arc, and here's the debate about why Big Mom is not going to fall in this arc. For the simple fact, if it took Luffy 100 chapters plus, aka Oda, to wrap up his fight with Doflamingo, and by the way, Doflamingo is not out of the picture yet because he has a shit ton of influence when it comes to the Tenryubito, all the blackmailing he did to weave his way into the world government, all that shit. He still has a ton of influence. So I do think he's going to come back into the story the same way I think Big Mom, she may get injured in this arc because right now she's self-inflicted her own injuries at this point in time. I don't think those rocket launchers are going to do shit to Big Mom just because that's too ridiculous. A Yonko being taken down by me a bazooka, I don't think so. I have to admit, I wasn't debate about maybe it's possible the Big Mom's going down in his arc, but not no. I have to admit, the argument is it'd be too soon, but then again, I'm going to say the same thing for Wano. Big Mom does not fall in this arc, and Kaido, do you really think that Kaido's going to fall on Wano? Now, granted, we do not know how long that arc's going to be, but the fact that that's going to be introductory arc into Kaido, as well as the whole point of Wano is to open up the borders. Eventually, Kaido's going to fail. I don't think he's going to be taken out of the picture just because Kaido is the strongest beast alive, which in turn means he's just as strong as Big Mom. In fact, in the rankings, I would probably put Big Mom bottom, Blackbeard, then Blackbeard, Kaido, then Shanks, because we know Shanks got past Kaido before the time skip and made it to Marineford. We know that. This is all going to interact with one another in a minute. And the way that Oda's position is, the group is split up as of right now. One's gone to Whole Cake Island. That's going to be resolved pretty quickly. The other's gone to Wano. We don't know what's happening there. The last we heard, they were already on Wano. So for what we know, shit could be going down. We don't know. Which means there's Team Marco. They're looking for Marco, and I think that's going to interact. That's going to bring Shanks into the picture because we know they're kind of cool. And remember, this goes back to what Law said: the only way to survive in the New World is try and work under a Yonko, or try to take him out, or go do what Capone did, and that's try to work under a Yonko, but later on try and take him out. Personally, I don't think Marco's that type of guy. He's going to need all the military strength. If he wants to fight up against Blackbeard, we know he's going to back up Luffy. It just makes sense to tie this whole thing together. Now, personally, it's made to bring the Vince Smokes back into the picture because we know for a fact, at the end of the day, they are going to see the light, and I think they're going to make an alliance with Luffy. Mihawk said it best at Marineford. Luffy's greatest power is to make allies everywhere he goes. He's done it in this arc. He's done it in Impel Down. He did it in Dressrosa. So all the people that Luffy meets ends up helping Luffy in the end. And I can guarantee if Kaido does not fail, the alliance is going to increase, which means there's one more island, the Final Road Poneglyph, that the Straw Hats need to get to. And I think that's going to be on Elbaf. Now, I'm going to tell you how this is going to bring certain Yonko into the picture. First off, we know that Big Mom, we're heading to the flashback. We know that Hal's going to tie into Mother Caramel. A lot of people think that's Barney. We have no indication as of yet. I hope that's the case. I really do. Just because the closer we are to finding that out, the more it brings Barney into the picture. The last of the worst generation that we don't know currently, we don't know what's happening with Barney right now. What we do know is Arouge was on Whole Cake Island. He took down Snack, one of the Sweet Commanders. He bailed after Big Mom sent Cracker, so we know where Rouge is sitting. He's resting on the Sky Islands because we saw him before Kaido fell off. So this is gonna, I think this is gonna bring the worst generation into Wano. And ultimately, if the Kid Lights are there, because we know Kid got fucked up, we know there's no chance in hell Law's going in on alone. Zoro's gonna be there too. I think that's gonna bring the worst generation and unite to, maybe not to defeat Kaido, because again, Oda's stuck at a wall because he doesn't know how that fight's gonna end. I don't think that fight is gonna end. I think that's gonna end in a stalemate. In the same way, we don't know how the fight, if there is going to be a fight between Big Mom. Because remember, Luffy's goal is not to fight Big Mom. That's later down the road. He said that when he was behind bars, but we heard that conversation on the Dendemushi. He said, I'm here for Sanji, nothing else. Once I get Sanji, I'm going to come back and kick your ass. What better way to kick her ass on Elbaf? Plus, we know they're going to Elbaf because if there's a Road Poneglyph, they have to go there. 2, it's going to tie in with Usopp's dream, because he wants to become the brave warrior of the sea. And here's the third and crucial plot. I think there's another Poneglyph from Elbaf, not just the Road Poneglyph, because there's way too much foreshadowing on the Voice Century. I'm telling you now, we saw it on Zoe, we saw it with Zunisha. It's going to be the same for Elbaf. I guarantee 1 but 2. Be 2 Poneglyphs on Elbaf, mark my words. Now, we know there's more than 1 Poneglyph on Whole Cake Island, so the fact that the odds of being more than 1 Poneglyph on Elbaf are pretty high. Keep in mind, Big Mom has no idea that Brooke managed to get a copy of the Road Poneglyph under her possession, so she has no idea. What do you think is going to happen the moment she finds out she's been had? The same way that Roger stole the information right under her nose, she's going to be pissed. It's probably going to lead her to Elbaf. Indirectly, bring Big Mom into the picture. If she doesn't fall in this arc, bring Big Mom to Elbaf, because we know she has beef with the Giants because the alliance didn't work because of Lola running away. If the Giants did not fall for Chiffon filling in as Lola because they were lookalikes, we know how Big Mom got pissed over that, because when Judge brought up the subject about the Giants, she's like, "Oh, you must have mislooked." But no, she has no love for the Giants at all. We're gonna get the reveal that she was from Elbaf, whether she was an orphan, whether she was born there, we don't know. Her hatred of the Giants. Think about 2 things. 1, her plan. Her plan was to unite, have a political marriage with the Giants, because they, in turn, were the strongest are the strongest kingdom in the New World. We know Elbaf is in the New World, even though that's kind of predictable anyway, considering that has to be foreshadowed some down the lines, and we're in the New World anyway, so that made a lot of sense. That was confirmed anyway. Big Mom said it herself. If that alliance would have worked, if Lolo had got married with Loki, the Prince of Elbaf, I would have been Pirate King. I would have been able to deal with Shanks, Kaido, even Whitebeard. That didn't work. She got pissed off at the Giants. And think about her second goal. What is her second goal? Her goal, a dream, was to make everybody at eye level. Everybody on Whole Cake Island eye level. And I'm going to tell you, I get the feeling she has more to the plan, because she was after the Vince Mode technology, the German 66 army. Why? I think she's going to start shit on Elbaf. I get the sinking suspicion that's what Big Mom was ultimately going to go for. Now, hopefully, when we enter this flashback, it may explain everything with Caramel, or Carmel, whoever the identity of Big Mom's mother is. If she starts shit with the Elbaf Giants, I can guarantee Luffy's going to be pissed, because that's tyranny, and we know how Luffy is when it comes to tyrants. He loves to take them out. He's going to go against Kaido because he killed Momonosuke's dad and mother. Luffy made a pledge to take down Kaido. I don't think Kaido is going to fall in Wano for the same reason Big Mom is not falling on Whole Cake Island. The introductory arcs for the Yonkou, they're way too infallible in the story of One Piece. Now, think about this. Think about the theme of 4, okay? Do you remember when we saw the notebooks for the upcoming arcs? We saw the one for the Revolutionary Army, the Whole Cake Island arc, the Zoe arc. We didn't see Wano, and then we saw a notebook for 4, right? I think that was for the 4th Road Poneglyph, but we don't know what arc that is. I get the feeling there's more than just one theme of 4 in this. I think it's not just going to involve the 4th Road Poneglyph, and that could be Elbaf. It's going to involve the 4 Yonko. Keep that in mind. If that is the case, that would in turn bring Shanks into the picture, because I'm pretty sure Shanks knows where the 4th Road Poneglyph is, because he was traveling with the King of Pirates. Hello. So that's going to inject Shanks, because they're looking for Marco. They're going to find Marco. He's going to the last remnants of the Whitebeard Pirates are going to ally with Luffy. Pretty sure Marco's going to know where Shanks is. If they go to Elbaf, that brings Shanks into the picture. That leaves one Yonko out there, and we know he's dead set on becoming King of the Pirates. I guarantee you, a lot of people think he's going to show up at Wano. At the end of Wano, I don't think so. I think he's going to wait till Elbaf, and I'll tell you why. Because one, Sun Lone Wolf is a part of Blackbeard's crew, a giant, right? Who else would know about the Elbaf Kingdom other than one of his own crewmates? So I get the feeling this is going to bring all 4 Yonkos into play. Now this is just theories of mine. Oda has the final word, we know that. But I think it would be pretty cool if all 4 Yonko survive Elbaf and we get the war. Because think about the alliance that Luffy's going to have anyway. Shanks is going to back him up anyhow. Number 2, we know what's going to happen after Wano. He's going to have even more allies. The Vince Smokes are going to be part of the allies as well. That's going to bring them into the picture to deal with Big Mom. Remember, Judge was betrayed by Big Mom. If Judge and Sanji work things out, I'm pretty sure later down the road, they're going to back up Sanji again when it comes to deal with Big Mom. So there you go. There's the alliance. Capone says he wants to bring down Big Mom. If she doesn't fall in this arc, Capone falls into the category. He's going to keep the alliance going, because remember, after Big Mom's head is taken, our alliance is dissolved. It's over. Caesar's going to have to put in the work too, because he wants his heart back. Plus, if he doesn't, Big Mom wants revenge on Caesar because he swindled a lot of money working for the funds that he never produced. He wants Caesar to develop the drug to make people at eye level. That's Big Mom's dream, because she's not getting her hands on the German 66 army now. Fuck no. But she can still play a trump card, kidnap Caesar, have Caesar develop the drug, maybe her dream a reality, so she can start shit on Elbaf. That would bring her to the picture. Kaido's going to be pissed one way or another, because Luffy and Law fucked up Kaido's plan, prevented more artificial devil fruits. They fucked up Doflamingo's plan. They fucked up Kaido's plan of creating a zone type army. Whatever happens after Wano, he's going to be even more pissed off. Times that by 2, I think he's going to lead Kaido to Wano. He obviously doesn't give a shit about becoming King of the Pirates. His dream is becoming in suicide. But he got super pissed off when it came to hearing about Law and Luffy. How he was told, don't underestimate them, because they was able to take out a Shichibukai in Doflamingo. So if Big Mom is not falling in this arc, there's no way in hell Kaido's falling in Wano. I'm sorry. It's common sense. If Big Mom is not falling because of the pacing issues, because Whole Cake Island will get the flashback, then again, we don't know how things are going to turn out. But you have to admit, the theme of 4, the 4th Road Poneglyph with the 4 Yonko, is too much of a coincidence. I'm sorry. It's like Shanks is guaranteed to know where it is. It's going to bring Blackbeard in the picture, because he's going to know about this because of Yonko's intel. That may lead to I don't know if it's going to bring the revolutionaries into the picture. I don't know, because it depends what we find out. When Blackbeard came to Baltigo, we don't know what happened. We know there was a conflict. We know the revolutionaries got out of Dodge. In came Cypherpole. Blackbeard didn't want any of that, so he bailed. So there could be a collision on Wano. He could appear, but I get the feeling there's more of a chance that all 4 Yonko are going to come back into the picture on Elbaf. There's way too much symbolism. And by the way, if Hirudean, a giant, is on the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, I'm pretty sure the rest of the giants are going to back up the Straw Hats. Mark my words, okay? The Elbaf Kingdom, if Luffy defends the giants on Elbaf, because Big Mom, Kaido, or even Blackbeard starts some shit, you can guarantee Luffy's not going to try to prevent that, because when it comes to deal with the tyrants, he's going to back up the kingdom. We saw it with Dressrosa. We're going to see it again on Wano, and we may even see it on Elbaf. So the Elbaf giants, you know what? Let's back up Luffy. He's cool. This could hopefully give Usopp something cool to do, and I think it'd be cool if there is a second poneglyph on Elbaf, because that would tie in with Robin's dream of seeing all the poneglyphs of the world. So that's cool if that turns out to be the case. Whether or not the Final Road Poneglyph is located on Elbaf, there's way too much foreshadowing. I think it's going to happen, but these are just ideas of mine. If If you have some ideas of your own how you think things are going to play out from here, please let me know in the comments below. That's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you did, I appreciate that. Comment down below your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen after Whole Cake Island? We're going to the Reverie, and then later on we're going to Wano, but I personally think we could get all 4 Yonkou into play on Elbaf, and I think that'd be freaking epic. So subscribe to the channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Thanks guys. Bye.